here, there's when you see the question box.
No.
Click that and drag it.
All right, you guys ready?
And then take that and drag it up and bigger.
I'm totally not ready, but whatever, I'll never be ready.
Just say, hey, I'm really excited. Thanks for coming, guys.
Everybody will fucking know I'm a fucking scammer.
Just be honest. It's cool, you know. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in. Let's just chat with them for a few minutes, and then we'll get rolling. All right, 3, 2, 1. Don't record yet. I'll tell you when to start recording.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Enrique here with Mobile Monkey. Monkey, how are you doing? I know you convinced me to come on here and do a session for your guys and everyone and your previous customers and people who've also signed up for the early bird list. So you know, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Monkey.
Hey Enrique, glad to have you here. I'm really excited about introducing this product to everybody, and I really wanted you here because you know, it's just people like you, and I people love you too.
Yeah,
so,
and I think so. So
yeah?
How is everyone doing here? Who I see maybe there might be a couple people who do know me. You could put it in the chat maybe if you've heard of Enrique or SqueezeMobi or any of the above. All right, I see Manjit. I know Manjit. Manjit is in our SqueezeMoBillionaire group, and I'm sure there's a couple other people. So if you could just put in the chat how you're doing. All right. Craig says, "Who LOL." If you could just give me a big hi and tell me how you are, where exactly you're from. Oakard from Cape Town. I know I've seen you around quite a bit. So we're gonna get all good, Craig. I'm happy about that. So we're gonna get into it in about 1 minute. Let's say 1 minute. If that sounds good. Or should I keep everyone waiting?
Oh, let's wait a little bit.
Yeah, okay, let's wait another 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll get rolling. Let me just take a sip of this coffee.
Go ahead.
But I know you've been working on some good things, Monkey, so I'm excited to be here as well.
I've been trying. Yeah, I've been definitely trying to put together some good stuff this time around, and I even managed to persuade one of the top warriors, Luther Landro, to provide one of the OTOs, which will be a WordPress theme, just packed with awesome features for real estate agents. So so you have something to show them right away, and you know, make a sale right away on the spot if you like to. You know, some really good stuff there.
All right, so let's hit this record button. Monkey Avi, can you let me know when you hit it?
Record button. It's rolling.
All right, cool. So hello everybody again. Let me just introduce myself one more time for those people that came maybe a few minutes late into this training session. I'm Enrique Beko from SqueezeMobi, and what we're going to be going over today is exactly how you can close real estate agents. Now, real estate agents are an interesting market, and there's a couple reasons, and that's why I wanted to kind of also bring you the session, because it's very niche specific, and that means you could do a couple good things. So let me first start off. Why real estate agents? What's the big deal about real estate agents? Now, the interesting thing is a couple things. Number one, the economy sucks. It's a good thing for us. I hate to say it that way. It's good and bad. You know, there's always positives, pros and cons. But with real estate agents, it's good because the housing market tanked. It went down so much, and it's not where it was back in '06, '07 when properties, you know, were going. Everyone was trying to sell. Everyone was trying to buy. People just didn't know. There were transactions all over the place. Right now, it's still dead. All right, it's not maybe as bad as it was in 2010 around that time, but it's still tough. The environment is still tough for real estate agents, which means they really need to work hard for their commissions, and they need to have, number one, their marketing needs to be top of the line, and number two, they just have to work. They just have to deliver really good services. Now, with number one, that's where we come into play, and we revamp their entire marketing. Because another thing about real estate agents is they're not necessarily those early adopters. So, one question before we get right into it. One question, and I agree, Manjit. I agree, Manjit. So I give you permission. If you want to hustle right now, I'll shoot you the recording after. All right? It might be a good idea for you. It might be a good idea. and all right. Let me go off a little bit of a tangent. Monkey's slogan. What is it? Who knows? Who knows? Who's seen Monkey's slogan? And I want to see if anyone, you know, I see some big fans, maybe big fans of SqueezeMobi, but we are doing this for Monkey today. So, Monkey's slogan, what is it? Who knows? Maybe you'll get a free copy if you get it right. All right, 3, 2, 1. No action, no money. No action, no money. So once you get off this, once you get all the tools necessary, start making some money. Start making some money. Start going out there, start hustling customers, start hustling real estate agents, and start making some money. It's all about results. It's not about what you know. I know a ton of people that are much smarter than me, but make nowhere near the money that I make. And I don't want to brag here. I don't want to brag here saying, hey, you know, I'm this type of guru that's making a ton of money. But the thing that separates us, the reason why SqueezeMobi is on its way to becoming a 7-figure business is because we take action. All right? So I just want to kick your butt there, and I'm going to kick your butt some more during this entire presentation. So let's get right back into real estate agents. That's the first thing. Economy's bad. These guys are struggling, and you're there to help them out. You're going to come in, and you're going to revamp their marketing platform. Now, second thing, even when they're struggling, real estate agents generally are not that bad off. Not that bad off, you know. The amount one lead, one customer is worth to them is quite a bit. And this is something that you're going to be able to leverage because they do, even though they're struggling, it's not like the glory days of '06, '07. They're still not struggling. They're still doing pretty good. They're still making decent amount of money. Running approximately, you know, 6-figure businesses. I mean, depends kind of also what area, what place, what are property values, what's the population in their area. And Oker, you're saying your wife runs her own agency, so you can kind of confirm. And if you have some numbers, I would love for you to put them in there. If you have some numbers, if you have some statistics from personal experience, how much possibly you know, in your area leads are worth, how much agents on average make a year now compared to before in your area? Because it does vary by area. So I'm going a little generic on this. Those are the things that you're going to be leveraging in order. Okay, yeah, 3.5 to 7%. Exactly. 7% is pretty high. I generally have seen agents make 3 to 5%. But yeah, sometimes if you can negotiate. So just think about this. Just think about how much one customer is worth, especially with single-family houses. With single-family houses, and let's be very, very conservative. I mean, I know back in the area I used to live, house prices were anywhere in the range of $200,000 to $800,000, and it all depends. There were all types. But let's say your average deal is around $200,000 to $300,000, and let's go on the low end, and in South Africa. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot you told me you're from Cape Town. So let's say 300,000, you get a 3% commission, bam, it's 9,000 right there. You sell a house a month, it's not too bad. You know, you're getting your 6-figure business. So that's just the type of money that some people make. Now let me show you exactly what you're gonna do and how you're gonna close them. Hook. First thing, whenever you get into a presentation, whenever you get into something, you want to hook them. Your open house is on Facebook. And this is how you want to structure your presentations. First thing, hook. Your open house is on Facebook. Put anything you want, always, on the first slide when you're entering into it. This makes people think, wait, my open house, hey, all I do is, give out these flyers and I advertise like this. What do you mean, like my open house is on Facebook? I give out flyers. I do print media. I mean, that's just the way it's been done. My agency takes care of this. Oh, wait, there's like these new ideas, new channels of marketing. This thing called Facebook that my daughter spends, 10 hours a day on. Wait, I can actually use this for my business. You start having some aha moments, and if you can first hook them and then develop the case for these new channels of marketing,
Hey, Enrique, can you hear me? Well, maybe some disconnection happened. We'll give him a couple minutes to return. I apologize for this, but this was kind of unforeseen. Oh, that's good to hear.
can you still hear me?
Ah, finally. E, good to hear you again.
Yeah, did I cut out there for a second?
Yep, you did.
All right, well, maybe I was talking to myself for a couple minutes, but it's okay. It happens. Sometimes I do that. So sometimes I do that. Yeah. I had to take a quick smoke break, Mike. All right, let's go through this. Let's go through this presentation.
Okay, get on it again, E.
Yeah. All right, so once you hook them, next thing you want to do, introduce yourself. I generally, the way I go into this, the way I generally go into this is just tell a little bit about how I structure marketing campaigns, and then go into a little bit of the implementation. That I structure the foundation the fundamentals of starting with web design that helps people kind of build that base and build that online presence, but then go through different channels that are more effective. For example, because over 50% of local searches are done online, so what we also do is create mobile websites and drive traffic to those mobile websites, along with landing pages. And I also put in SEO. We don't generally focus on SEO too much, and we touch upon social media campaigns. So creating the viral effect. This is where your Facebook is your open house, and you can kind of mix that in there as well. First thing now I want to point out, always do, before you go into presentation, if this is just a presentation that you have with you, that's your generic presentation, okay, just have your regular slides. However, if you already have scheduled an appointment, a meeting, then what you want to do is you want to do a little bit of research. So, if you look up and you go to howismyblogworking.com. Does everyone know about that? Howismyblogworking.com? That's where you can check if someone has a WordPress site or not, what version it is. Look up if they have a WordPress site. Look up if they even have a web presence, so you have a little bit of education. This takes only 30 seconds. You could also, same thing, when you check up on their mobile presence or their social media presence. This all takes just a couple minutes, but then you have an idea in your head and you come in educated rather than coming in not knowing anything and you just look like a complete idiot. But assuming that they don't, then this is where you want to start. You want to first build a foundation and discuss the importance. The great thing is, whether or not, if they don't have a site, then web presence is a must. Because people, whether it's yellow pages, whether it's print, that media is antiquated. It's obsolete. People go online to check their news. They don't go in the newspaper as much anymore. Of course, you do still have people that do, but it's going down, it's going down. Yellow pages. People are not looking, they're not listing through unless they're the demographic of 70, maybe 80-year-olds. They're not listing through the yellow pages. They're pulling out their phone and doing a local search. There has been a paradigm shift, and it all starts with having a WordPress site. Manjit, is my blog working? Ismyblogworking.com. Ismyblogworking.com. I believe that's it. 99% sure. Check it out. Now, the good thing about WordPress is it's free. You can install WordPress on your site. It's free. And the costs are minimal. The good thing is, and this needs to be communicated, is that the interface, and all of you know this, all of you I'm sure know quite a bit about WordPress. Please stop me if you don't. I assume everyone's set up WordPress sites. You might have a couple. You at least have one, and you understand how easy WordPress is, so that you can effectively communicate it. The sites, it's easy. Hosting, it's just a one-click install on top of that, and this helps minimize costs. But the great thing is that it looks nice, the presentation is professional, and as a real estate agent, your image is essential, because you're in the people business. You're in the people business, and the most important thing is that communication. And it's the same thing. If as a real estate agent, if I come in and I come in with my jeans, hanging halfway down, and they're so baggy that they look like I could fit 4 legs in there, and I got holes, you know, and I'm smoking a cigarette, my image is going to be a little bit different when I kind of come and say, hey, I want to sell your house. You'll be like, I don't trust you to sell my house. And this all comes into play when I'm looking to sell my apartment here, and I'm looking for a real estate agent. I check up on if you, as my real estate agent, have a website. You don't even have a website. Like, hey, you know, this is a people business, and it's all about marketing my stuff. If you can't market yourself, how the hell are you gonna market my house, my apartment? You're not. You're gonna fail, and you're not gonna be able to do it effectively. So this is essential. Looks matter. Branding and the image of a real estate agent are everything, because the business is about marketing. It's about the real estate agent is supposed to market that property correctly so it gets traffic, and that traffic is then converted. It's really like online, but people don't think about it this way. They don't think about it this way, and you need to start getting these real estate agents to change their mentality so that they can effectively sell real estate and get clients, and then even implement these marketing tactics to sell the real estate for their clients. Now, with themes, we could go over this, but I'm gonna get into some nice and more interesting stuff. So I'm gonna skip a little bit of the foundational stuff, because I'm assuming a lot of people, not everyone, because I know, you know, the statistics and you'd be surprised how many local businesses don't have WordPress. But honestly, if someone doesn't understand the importance of spending marketing dollars, then a lot of times they're a lost cause, and you're gonna have a hard time convincing them. So you want to, you know, focus also on people. That's why we advocate the yellow page method, because they're already spending a ton of money on advertising, and that makes it easier to get them as a client, because they already see that need, and you're just showing them a new light, a new angle that's going to be much more effective, and it's going to bring better results. So let's get into mobile. Let's talk a little bit about mobile sites and how they can structure, real estate agents can structure a mobile campaign so that they can get more clients. And the way you build the case for this is easy. The way you build the case for this is extremely easy, because think about it, okay? Just think about it, and let's do kind of an image, or not an image, but let's do a imagination exercise. You know, we close our eyes and we're driving through the neighborhood, and suddenly we see this house. We see this house, and there's a sign in front of it. You know, let's call him John Edwards. John Edwards, you know, the best real estate agent in, I don't know, Colorado County. The best real estate agent in Colorado County. Call me today. Okay, cool. You know, you could always write down the number, but how do you make it one step easier? And how do you make it more effective? They call. How are you going to follow up? How are you going to follow up? Tell me. You know, they just call. Someone, a potential lead, just calls. How are you going to follow up? I mean, you could store that number. You can then put it in your you know, your database. You could then have someone follow up. But let's automate these processes a little bit. Let's make it easier. Let's make it more effective. Instead, put that number, but also put a QR code underneath And what do you have there? You're starting your mobile marketing campaign. QR code then redirects to a landing page, and the landing page can be anything. The landing page can be anything. Let's say it's an email capture landing page. Okay? Put your email in here and get the 10-page report on real estate, on the real estate market in Colorado County, written by the master himself, John Edwards, your favorite real estate agent, and he's going to detail and tell you all about statistics, all about property prices. Get it completely for free. Just put in your email right here in this landing page and press enter. Boom. John now just captured another email address and can then follow up. Maybe there's a new listing. He follows up. Maybe he has a newsletter once a week that he sends out with the different new listings, with properties that have just gone down in value or in price. And he's starting to build a relationship and starting to build a list as well. Or the SMS route, same thing. You know, put some type of incentive in there. Put, you know, a free consultation. You know, get on the SMS list. We'll call you and schedule a free 30-minute consultation where I'll detail to you about the market, and on top of that, during our consultation, I'm going to give you my 10-page book. You can even call it a book. You just bind it up, and bam, I give you my 10-page book on the current trend of the market. Easy peasy. Easy stuff. And you could do this with anything. You know, any type of functionality with mobile landing pages. Just put a simple QR code on that sign rather than just having the number. Put some type of incentive for people to scan that and start building a list for these offline businesses. And it makes all of the difference, plus provides that much more professional image. Hey, these guys are really on top of things. They're on the ball. Look how they're marketing themselves. If they're marketing themselves this way, how are they going to market my property? Obviously, they're going to market my property much better. And then when I sell my property, they're going to implement all of these tactics as well, and they're going to get it sold. But the real estate agents don't always kind of think that far. They don't always realize that. That's one tactic. So you could do either the email capture, you could do SMS capture, or you could do also, you know, you would have a tap to call there. You would have a tap to call, and the easiest part, I mean, these templates, we already have these real estate templates. You probably, a lot of you, if you know the SqueezeMobi team, you've gotten them, you already have them. So all it takes is then just setting this up, closing them, and quickly setting them up. It's just a couple lines of code that have kind of easy tutorials to edit that. Now, so the way we like to structure this, and how I kind of like to structure it, and that's why kind of it's also in this presentation, is first build the case. Build the case that mobile is the fastest growing communication channel in history, which is extremely, extremely important. And how the whole world has gone already mobile. And it's really just the people right now that are being left behind, that aren't taking advantage of it, that are gonna end up losing more and more customers. They're gonna be left behind, and their businesses and their profits are also gonna be left behind. And that's something that they probably don't want. And this is something that is, a lot of people say, but even Google themselves said it. And I don't remember the exact quote. Yes, I do. The quote was, if there is one thing your business can do, if you do nothing else, then at least get a mobile site. And I could find that quote for you. But I mean, it is a fact that if the business doesn't go mobile, it's gonna die within 2 years because there's a revolution. There is an entire paradigm shift. So, are buyers gonna browse through offers on a non-mobile friendly site? No. Can you even read that stuff? No. You know how hard it is to read that stuff? No, they just want to go through, boom, 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 on their little touch screen, look, next, look, not try to go in and find, hey, what's the price, who's selling this, blah, blah, blah. No, they just want to scan through it nicely and easily and get their information right then and there. And it's just simple. It's obviously easy to see this, and this is something. This is the point where you want to pull out also your phone and show the difference. And it's whether you have your own real estate template, even if there's nothing on there, even if it's kind of almost blank, or if you're using maybe one of our real estate templates, and also show them their site and let them feel it. A lot of the thing about the personality of real estate agents, and I actually used to work. I used to work at a real estate agency, and this was back in the day. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you which one. I didn't actually personally. I didn't sell real estate, but I kind of remember a lot of the things. And the problem with real estate agents is some of them are good, but they don't think about this stuff. They're not as bad as, for example, like lawyers or dentists. They're a little more on top of things, but they still don't understand that this can revolutionize their business. So the other things that you want to kind of consider is going through the stuff, the impression that a nice set of templates, a nice site leaves is a very, very professional impression. And this professional impression then carries them forward. Now, what if they don't have money, for example, for a site? What if they're not one of those six-figure real estate agents that we were talking about? What do we do then? If you can't get a mobile site, what are you going to sell them next? As kind of a little bit of a downsell. Let's see who's been following SqueezeMobi. Not a mobile site, then what are you going to sell? A mobile what? Mansion. You got it. We got a winner here. Yep, a landing page. Sell them just a landing page, and then you can implement these for $300, $400, $500, and even include, and you can even incorporate some advanced functionality. So this is really, and so let me kind of also kind of, the thing is, you can also have, that's another thing that we don't go over enough, but you can actually have multiple landing pages. And let me talk about this a little bit. Has anyone done multiple landing pages for any of their clients? or just one? If you haven't, just give me a big N. But multiple, not just one, multiple. Like for one client, you do like 2, 3 landing pages for the same business. And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? All right, I see a lot of no's. Now think about it, okay? Yeah, money, more money, but think about it, all right? Different locations, but more than different locations, not really different locations. Think about it. If, I drive past the sign and I see, John Edwards real estate and he's selling this house, different price points? No, not exactly, Kathy. And I see John Edwards sign. Okay, so I saw John Edwards on via when he was selling a house like this. There's that QR code that redirects me somewhere. Now imagine I'm just looking for a realtor, just in anywhere. I pull out my phone. I start looking up. Hey, real estate Colorado County or real estate agent Colorado County. Those two different things in front of the house or on my phone, you're going through two different channels. And you might want to you might want to take that person, depending on which channel they're going through, a different marketing journey, a different type of funnel. So you don't want to maybe take them through the exact same funnel, but you want to structure something different depending on how people find out about John Edwards. Does that make sense? So for example, yes? Okay, Manjit. So for example, when they hit the website, let's say I'm just looking for a Colorado County real estate agent. I don't know anything about John Edwards. It's like one of the first sites. I'm like, click. Now, I don't know anything really about him. So a good idea is to convert that lead somehow, So for example, right here, these social media landing pages, that's when the YouTube video starts playing. And John Edwards is like, hey, I know you're looking for like a real estate agent. I've sold 100 houses in the past 6 months, and I charge the lowest commissions, but still take real pride in taking care of my clients. He builds that trust. He builds that credibility. So that person then scrolls down and hits that tap to call and makes an appointment right then and there to get a follow-up consultation. Now that person might be looking to sell their own house. And so that person might need to go through a different marketing journey than the person that's looking to buy a house. See, does that make sense? And for example, the person that's going to be buying a house, that's the person that would scan the QR code, get that report about real estate and real estate prices in Colorado County, and then once they got that report, then they would be getting the follow-ups of the new houses that are being listed, because they're the person. They're not selling their house. If they're selling their house, they don't really care that much about what's being listed. They care a tiny bit, but that's really more for the real estate agents to take care of that for them and study the market. But if I'm looking to buy a house or an investment property, I want to know as soon as it hits those fresh leads, those fresh not only is fresh, but those fresh properties right when they hit. You know, maybe before people start making an offer, suddenly it's a really good price, and they want to get in right there. So think about it also that way, especially when you're talking about mobile and with these landing pages, that you might want to structure 2 or 3 different landing pages, especially when you're putting them into the category of, hey, you know, I'm that person, you know, this is how I'm going to target the people that want to buy houses, and this is how I'm going to target people who are going to sell houses via mobile. And I might take them on 2 different journeys, 2 different adventures. One thing you also want to explain always the difference between landing pages and mobile sites when you're going through your presentation. Who knows the difference between landing pages and mobile sites? Or who doesn't? Who does and who doesn't? Give me a Y or a no or an N for no. Just so I get a little bit of feedback if I should cover this or not, because I could cover it in a couple seconds. Okay, I see a few no's. Let me cover this real quick. Okay, real quick. When you're structuring those types of campaigns, a full-blown site, yeah. So I'll cover it real quick. You know, it's not like the meat of the presentation, so I won't spend too much time on it. But look right here. Let's right here. If you see this image of these, and let me just blow it up so everyone can kind of see this. All right. As you can see right here, there's like an About Us, free consultation, services, contact. That's a full-blown site. You hit it, and you navigate through the different pages. You get the different information. You have the full-blown site. Now, a landing page, if we go to the next slide, let's go on this slide. A landing page, theoretically, a landing page should be that when you hit a landing page, I mean, it depends. So let me, you know, when you scan that QR code, it's a page specifically designed for one purpose. It's not like the informational purpose of the site, but this page is designed to possibly convert you and make you sign up for something, or make you hit that tab to call. So that's why, for example, right here you see name and email. There is email integrated in this, so that maybe you get incentivized to enter your email, and then you get on an email list. So landing page, you land there, and there's a call to action at the bottom, which is not necessarily true for a mobile site. Mobile site is actually like a site, you know, and there's like many different. It's more informational. For example, you guys know those. You guys know when you hit a site, especially one of these internet marketing sites, and there's that annoying pop-up. It says, "Hey, get on, you know, our list and get our free newsletter. It's worth hundreds of dollars a month. Just enter your email here." Have you seen those? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Okay. So that's that's what you would consider a landing page, a squeeze page. All right. So landing page is just one, and how do you connect these? Under the landing page. So for example, if I'm searching for johnedwardsrealty.com and I hit it from my mobile phone, I get there, and the first thing I first hit a landing page, and then if I scroll down, I could get redirected to the full-blown site, because the first time I hit it, maybe John Edwards wants to try to get my email address or my phone number so he can follow up and do more of a comprehensive campaign and take me through a longer journey. So that's just real quick a little bit about the differences between those two. And this is a very important slide, and this is something I want to harp on. And I'm probably once I harp on this, I'm probably gonna get Monkey back on here, and because this is how I really wanna close it up. There's actually I thought I was gonna get through more stuff. I had so much to cover, but I know we have about 14 minutes to the hour. For you to adopt a different type of mindset. Start adopting the mindset, and I need to have the same mindset, because yes, we're running our offline business and we use this mindset in our offline business, but even when I try to sell you a product online, for example, maybe one of our templates or something, then how am I going to get you to buy? If I give you a lot of value and you actually like me, if you know you're going to get a lot of value, even for free, massive value for free, or if you're on our newsletter, you get our emails, and if I give you value, if I refer you to the right things, you're going to continue opening my email, and that's going to help us make a little bit of money, and you're more likely also to reciprocate because, hey, Enrique from SqueezeMobi really takes care of us. Of course I'm going to buy his next product. And it's the same thing. You need to get that. You need to adopt that exact same mindset when you're talking with different clients. And that's why when you're talking with real estate agents, go through exactly what I laid out for here and pick some of these strategies and go through these strategies with them. And by going through that, you're giving them value. And you tell them straight up, hey, I'm going to give you the strategy, and it is going to get you a lot more business. And of course, I want to tell you that the strategy I give you, you can implement it yourself. You can go ahead and implement it yourself, and it's going to add a lot of value. It is going to bring you more leads. Because I want to, when we sit down for the session, I want to give you as much value. I want to strategize with you and build your entire strategy so you can take your business to the next level. Now, whether you hire me or not at the end, that's okay. Either way, maybe you won't have enough money for it. Maybe there's just something we can't work out. But you're still going to get value out of our session, out of us sitting down together and talking through it, talking through the strategy, talking through these little points, so that when you get back, you know the step-by-step plan. You know exactly what marketing journey you're going to take your potential clients through, so that you can get results for yourself, and then also maybe implementing this marketing. Because that's the interesting part with real estate agents. They not only want to implement this stuff, and this is also one thing I did not hit on, is for them there's double the value. They want to use this themselves, but they're not like a regular local business. A local business generally wants to use mobile marketing, social media, all this stuff in order to get more clients for themselves. So the real estate agent would want to do it to get more clients for themselves. However, why is it double value for a real estate agent? Who knows? It's because they then also want to use these same tactics when they're selling real estate for their clients. So it's double the value for them. It's not just so they get clients themselves, but so that they can make sales for their clients. And I want you to structure out and give massive value to every single client that you interact with, because it's very, very important. And you're going to see, if you haven't been doing this, if you've been just trying to, don't be that car salesman, don't be that sleazy salesman that goes in and only sees each customer as, a pot of money that they just want to pull out. They want to just pull out these $100 bills and get money and then not provide value. Take a different approach, and you're going to learn a lot more. You're going to start you're going to start understanding your clients more, and you're going to become more successful. You're going to get more referrals, even if you can't help them. Just because you gave them a lot of value, they're going to then refer you to a ton of other people because they like you. People buy from people that they like, even if they don't see the value proposition. I mean, those are just a couple things. Now, I'm looking a little bit at the time. Let me cover a few more things that I wanted to kind of wrap up with. So another rule on top of value, also personalizing, and this is where you start discussing, hey, I'm building a mobile campaign for you, but let's also discuss and create a strategy on how you can build online campaigns for your clients, and so that your real estate gets sold faster, so that you get more traffic, more people see it, there's going to be more potential buyers, more interested buyers, and you're just going to sell a ton more. Now, let me talk a little bit about, let me talk just real quick, about social media and Facebook and Twitter, because along with this, you can also integrate, for example, these landing pages with Facebook-like functionality, Twitter follow functionality, YouTube videos. I talked about the YouTube video where they hit the landing page, it starts playing, and they really get to build that trust, that connection. They understand. They know that this is John Edwards from Colorado Realty is really gonna understand me. I might be in a tough situation. I really need to get rid of my house. I'm in a tough financial situation. He's gonna help me. I know he's gonna take care of me. He's not gonna be like one of those people that just has a ton of clients and is just gonna dump me and doesn't care at all. Now, same thing with now. What about with Twitter, with Facebook? The way you effectively leverage those types of campaigns is, especially with Twitter, you could tweet, you could build a list of followers, and then tweet the new listings, different updates that they want to know about, especially the ones that are buyers. That's the marketing journey that you put the buyers through. Is that so you could create that Twitter campaign, and you start tweeting. They're like, oh, cool. And same thing with Facebook, building a community for them around their business and making it viral through the like functionality. And also, people then start discussing things. They start in different types of groups, and with their friends. Hey, I bought this. I use them. They really kind of helped me out. Now all their friends see it. It starts building a viral campaign, and especially if it can hook and link back within Facebook, that's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up with social media like that, and let's get Monkey come back on, and I'm gonna just with you. We're gonna tell I'm gonna tell everybody kind of what Monkey has
just a second.
prepared.
I'm just
Sure.
a quick. Give me a second. I'm responding to one question. So
Sure.
1 minute, please.
So what Monkey has prepared for you here is he wanted to prepare a package that's going to make closing real estate agents really easy, and you're going to have all these tools, know what to take them through. Rather than creating your own checklist, you know what to talk about. whether it's starting with the foundation with website design that we had up here, then taking them on, telling them about mobile, how to structure mobile campaigns, and how to structure stuff with mobile landing pages, and finishing it off with social media, tying the loose ends with Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And he created this 51-slide presentation for you that he's actually about to release to the public, I think, in a few minutes. And it's going to be in just probably I don't know if Monkey, have you gone live with that?
In a couple minutes, the buy button should be live. And
right.
Just before we wrap this up, I just had few words to everybody
Sure.
here. It's actually it applies to all of it, everything, everywhere. But most of here's a little story. Before I got into mobile and all of this, I was completely blind to all of this marketing thing. I didn't see any of it. And once I started doing this, started to take interest in it and learning it and applying it and offering it to clients, I suddenly started to notice that there are QR codes everywhere, landing pages, all of this. And it wasn't because they just suddenly appeared magically from the sky. No, it was they were there all the time, but I didn't notice them. It's the same thing when you buy a new car or when you're preparing to buy a new car, right? It's like the only car, nobody else has it. You buy it and suddenly everyone has it. You see it everywhere. It's not because the car wasn't there, it's because now that you have it, you notice it and you know what to look for, and it's there. So what I'm trying to say is that what happened to me a couple of times, I didn't manage to close a client, and turns out that I made them aware of all these QR codes and everything, all of this marketing thing, and they start to notice it, and they start to understand with time how big this is and the potential in it. And they ended up calling me after, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and I ended up closing them without actually closing them. So don't worry if you don't make a close. It doesn't matter. They might come back, and if not, whatever, you just move on to another client. This is what happens. Even master salesmen will not have 100% conversion. That's just how the world is. So don't feel down. Keep it up, and you will succeed without fail eventually.
I mean, even some of the top guys that I see have on different types of walk-ins and cold calls. I mean, cold calls are a little bit less. The conversions are a little bit less. But even on walk-ins, about a 5 to 10% conversion, and they're making quite a bit of money. Now, really, really good guys have higher conversions than that. But the top guys that I see that are making, that are having six-figure businesses, six-figure plus, for example, even Les, who did $16,000 in 1 week, he worked his ass off, walking into different businesses, working really hard, and getting rejected by a ton of people. So that's one thing that you do want to keep in mind. But if you check and Monkey, are you almost live? Just wanted to ask.
Should be live right about now.
Okay, then you should also see an email, and if you could if you or Avi could put the link in the chat, just so everyone can have this. And by the way, I just wanted to say to everyone, I haven't received any money for this. We actually haven't been really even able to promote this to our list today. I just wanted to do this because Monkey's a great guy, so I just wanted to do this for him. And I think it's important that people know this, is because Monkey's an awesome guy, and I do like his product. We do have a little bit of experience with real estate agents, so I thought it would be good to share my knowledge and just kind of support his product, even though I'm not going to be making even a cent, even because I can't do a mailing, unfortunately, because we're kind of caught up with other things in our schedule. And so
Even
I
so,
highly
thank
kind
you
of
very
recommend
much,
it.
Enrique. I love you
No
too, by the way.
problem. And so can you send that, Avi? Can you send the link to everyone on here in the question box, so that everyone has it? And I'll take I will take some questions. So highly recommend it. The front end is this presentation that you've been seeing. That's the front end offer, and it's only $7. I mean, you would be crazy if this type of promotional material, even for $100 or $50, but you're selling it for $7. And the OTO is a video of this that you could send to different clients, so so they can kind of see your different offerings and can kind of go through it at their own pace, but it's a little more interactive with the video. So highly recommend that as well. And Avi, I see that you send it to everyone. All right. So if let me see whoever has some questions, and if you have some questions, then just throw them in here. And if not, I apologize before. I'm just getting to the questions now because there's been a lot of people here. So Mike B, yes, we do. Yes, we do offer real estate mobile landing page templates. And actually actually that would be up to you, Monkey, if you want to throw in like an affiliate link. I think it's under mobile niches riches. Then you could, but I wasn't going to be selling our product or anything on here, so that would be only up to Monkey if he would want to do that. I can just give me 1 second. Let me try to find that for you, Monkey, as well. Just give me 1 second. Okay, right here. Let's see. And all right. And Avi, if you can maybe help out Monkey with that a little bit as well. I don't know if he has. Let's see. All right. I believe it is. Yeah, and is it your? Okay, and I believe
that's the niches riches offer.
Yes, and I believe that's the one that has the real estate templates. We have so many templates nowadays that it makes it a little bit difficult. Oh, and my computer's being really slow. But ask Avi to confirm. Okay? And let me just give me 1 more second, everybody.